So when it comes to between the bun, you know, we've got all the things you normally think of. But down south, they can offer you a biscuit. A biscuit can be your bun. Hello.
Denver Biscuit Company is owned by Drew and Ashleigh Shader.
Drew grew up in the South, in Florida to be exact, and he wanted to bring his memory of good Southern biscuits, the backbone of Southern cooking, up north a little.
I think the biscuits followed us to Denver. We've been here for a long time and had no plans on leaving, so the biscuit had no choice but to come to Denver.
Any of you who know a little bit about baking know that high altitude can change everything about a recipe. So it takes a lot of tweaking to get the proper biscuit in a mile-high city. The Denver Biscuit Company took about 6 months to perfect their recipe.
The biscuits are big and puffy. Golden yellow from the butter, light brown on top. I mean, you can see all the layers. Now, when you break into this thing, it's steamy and tender.
The owners of Denver Biscuit Company, Drew and Ashleigh Shader, have 2 very special dogs in their life, Elmer and Schooner.
They're like, what is going on?
So of course they named some biscuit sandwiches after their dogs. The Elmer is the ultimate pulled pork sandwich.
Elmer, good boy.
It's a bone-in pork butt. It's smoked for 12 hours and then shredded. Then they blend it with their barbecue sauce, top it with coleslaw, and then really thick-cut pickles that are sweet, sour, but also very spicy.
So when you bite into that biscuit, you've got like the spicy, sweet, tart pickles, the really light cream of the coleslaw, and the crunch of it, and then you've got this sweet, tangy pulled pork, and of course, the biscuit.
Eating a pulled pork on a biscuit just feels right. Why didn't I do this? I would have opened up a stand, I would have franchised, I'd be a millionaire.
Schooner, the other dog, certainly cannot be left out. Schooner is an awesome fish sandwich.
What do you think, Spoon?
I like cameras.
The biscuits is split in half and then dressed with a house-made tartar. The catfish has been soaked for 24 hours in buttermilk, eggs, and Cajun spices and deep fried, then finished with lettuce and tomatoes.
You wonder, have the dogs ever had these biscuits? Have they approved of these sandwiches?
Ready, Spoonies?
They've never had their own biscuits, but
We were talking about
thinking
this
about
last
letting
night.
them eat their own
Sandwich.
1,000-calorie sandwich today.
Sit, guys. Sit.
It's so hot.
Having shrimp and grits with a side of a biscuit is commonplace in the South. But at Denver Biscuit Company, they turn it into this open-face sandwich.
The center of the biscuit is hollowed out, and then grits made with milk and butter are spooned inside. Then they have little rock shrimp that have tons of flavor, and they've been sauteed with butter, pancetta, garlic, Cajun spices, and that's poured over the whole entire dish.
You can't even see the biscuit when it arrives. You have to eat this thing with a knife and fork. You would probably burn yourself beyond recognition if you ate it with your hands.
The best thing about it was how the biscuit kind of just soaked everything in. I mean, it was fantastic.
Don't do this, don't think about what you're gonna do the rest of the day before you order the shrimp and grits. It might be rendered obsolete.
You don't want to just come to a bar and have the usual typical bar experience. You want to come in and experience something different, and Denver Biscuit Company is definitely something different and fun.
Every item that we make, that we put out, is made here, made in our tiny kitchen. And the love that goes into it is why people come back.
I'm in love with the idea of these biscuit sandwiches, and if they're good enough for Elmer and Schooner, they're good enough for me.
Do we have any more of those biscuit things?
Yeah.